Do you plot out a story or discover as you go?
I usually start with a question, and then the characters are voicing the different points of view about that particular question. I'm looking for God's point of view, or his perspective on that question. So there'll be one character that's a strong but struggling Christian, and then I try to stay in Scripture every day to figure out what's the answer, because I don't know the answer. And I have written entire manuscripts and tossed them because they weren't right, and then started all over again. Wow. So I tend to have sort of a loose outline because the publisher likes to have that to file, but they also understand that it's not going to look anything like that at the end. And sometimes I can get lost in it, and then that's when a good editor or editors come in handy, because they can ask questions that make you think and rethink the story and what needs to be in there, what needs to be removed. So
I think the more books I write, the more I plot. I mean, there's still always surprises in the writing process, and a lot of times it will go in a direction that I didn't expect, but I usually start out with a character or a problem or a premise that is interesting to me, and then the character tells me what their issues are, especially their spiritual struggles, and I kind of discover it along with the characters. Which is fun, and not coincidentally, a lot of times it's something that I'm struggling with myself, or I'm asking myself, and I have to discover along with them, which is kind of funny. And you go back and read it and think, oh wow, I actually wrote this for me, but I didn't realize it at the time. Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah, I'm definitely, when it comes to plot and the things that happen in the book, I know that from the beginning now, because I just I couldn't write fast enough otherwise.
Yeah. I think I'm becoming more of a plotter because I have less time to work, and so I just try to make it as efficient as possible, and so just write it out, even if it's just, I don't like lines or bullet points, but just writing it out in paragraph form, like how the story is going to flow and what major themes are going to come out of it helps me, but then allowing the characters to have room to change and surprise me, like with how the light gets in, kind of surprised me, the ending. I didn't know that was going to happen until the very end, but that's a part of the creative process. It's just kind of winging it. A planned wing.
Well, I think it's good to have a plot. I would like to be able to do that, because I think it would give you a real structure to work with.
I don't think at least with my books, I don't think you can tell the difference between the books that I plotted and the ones that I just kind of like. I think it gets to the end point the same in the end, but just the process can be more fun or less fun depending on how smoothly it goes.
Well, I think plotting would save a lot of frustration, because I know I can be so frustrated. It's like, how did I ever think I ever could write anything at all? And what am I doing? And where am I going with this?